Well, just closed up the shop, and it's about 2:30 on a Sunday afternoon. A little bit of scattered showers and such in the distance, but haven't had too many days to go out and fun fish lately. It's all been either tournament fishing or working and whatever else. So it's been interesting, but I think now we're gonna go out and play around on Lake Henderson a little bit. It seems like the water's flowing now. They opened the locks between Lake Henderson and Floral City and Hernando, which feeds in off the Withlacoochee River, which makes up the Tsala Apopka Chain here in Inverness. I'm gonna head out there. Some guys have been saying that they've been catching them on the moving water, so that's about my favorite time to fish out on Lake Henderson, is when the moving water's pushing the bait through, and really stages the fish nice and gets them eating. I think it's going to be a fun day, so just decided to head out for a couple hours. There's a few clouds out there putting some rain down, but nothing bad, so I think it's going to be fun. But we'll see what ends up happening here. Alright, so I just got to the ramp. Looks like there's not too many people here. Weather must have scared everybody away, but it's not too bad. See what we can pull off. It looks nice out. Let's see. So today I'm going to target some moving water, and what I've got tied on right now is a couple of my favorite items for this time of year out here on the Tsala Apopka Chain. One thing is going to be KVD 1.0 and KVD 1.5 and chartreuse blackback popper, and you can't be on Lake Henderson without a horny toe tied on, swim bait. It's a Gambler Little Easy. Also, I've got a Reaction Innovations Vixen. But those are my top choices for out here right now, and we'll see what they do. But check it out. Alright, for this approach I like to use a wacky rig setup. For that I'm using a Big Dog Baits dog bone 4-inch and green pumpkin to a Gamakatsu split shot drop shot hook. It's a 1/0 drop shot hook. I use that for my wacky rig hook. I'm using a Fitzgerald 7.2 medium heavy spinning rod with a Shimano Sedona 3000 reel, and this is 10-pound Yozuri hybrid copolymer. It's more of a, it's got a little bit more stretch than fluorocarbon, a little less stretch than mono, but it still sinks. It's real tough stuff. You can use a real small diameter. Up on Lake Norman I used a 6-pound Yozuri hybrid for those spots up there with a TRD, and it held up really good. So I've switched to that on all my spinning tackle. It's got real low memory. Pull some off the spool here. When it comes off the spool, as you see, it's real wavy, not all curled up. I highly recommend it for spinning rod setups. It takes away a lot of those wind knots and nasty knots that you'll get trying to cast that stuff when it's all curled up. The good thing about a Fitzgerald 7.2 medium heavy or any of the Versus series spinning rods is the microwave guides. The microwave allows it that when it's coming off of the spool that it's going to go straight out the guides here, and when it goes straight out the guides it's going to be smooth all the way out. Between this line being smooth as it is plus this microwave guide, I never have any wind knots or any trouble. And these Big Dog Baits, they're just a stick worm. The best part about them is that they're full of salt, they're real heavy, they fall great. So when you wacky rig, you don't have to worry about putting a weight on here or anything like that. The fall rate's perfect, has a lot of wobble to it. and it's a real durable bait. I can usually get about 2-3 fish out of one, so on a wacky rig, that is. On a Texas rig, you'll rip them up kind of good, but the on a wacky rig, they're nice and tough, and I'll catch a couple fish on them. So let's see what happens. Right now the water temperature is about 91 degrees, so my choice right now is to pick a nice shady area. It's been mostly sunny all day. We've got some clouds moving in, but we got a lot of current. They just opened the locks in this chain of lakes, and there's a lot of current coming under this bridge, so that's going to make for a little bit cooler water for the rest of the lake, and we can stage the fish up in the area to get out of the current and wait for bait fish to come by. So we should be keyed in on whatever bait's coming through here. What we're going to do is we take this wacky rig and bring it, and we throw it right up under this bridge and try to get to the back side of it and float it back towards me. I always like to stay down current whatever I'm fishing, because the noise won't travel, and the noise will stay behind the fish. Get a little bit closer than usual. And on top of it, you can really figure out where the fish are going to be. So if you throw past your target, it'll come back to it, and when you bring it back to it is when the fish will strike at it. Right there, I just tried to get it up behind one of the pilings here. I'm going to let that fall. This current's ripping pretty good. It's probably about a mile an hour or so. Slack line and watch my line. When I watch my line, I'm looking for a small tick or something a little bit different than what it's supposed to be doing. It's supposed to be heading with the current. When it's going with the current, if it darts off to either side, that's when I want to take a look at it. Or if the line starts pulling against the current, I'll want to feel it out and see if there's a fish on or not. So right now I'm going to go ahead and just shake it, lift it off the bottom a little bit, give it a shake, and then I'll reintroduce it to whatever fish. There should be a little drop off here right past this bridge, and that helps quite a bit. Right where I want to put it. Like that. Right in the top of the mouth. All you do is you feel that fish out. And right on that cast, I put it right next to that piling, and as soon as it kind of got near the bottom is when that fish ate it. So that's a good 1.5 pound fish, good tournament fish around here. Not necessarily a big fish, but it's one that you might not cull by the end of the day. It's definitely respectable to, around here you usually want to get about a 10-pound bag and look for a kicker. And that's usually what it takes in tournaments around here. Sometimes you'll get a couple days where you get really good days of 20-30 pound bags. It hasn't happened in a while since the hurricane, but them opening the locks is definitely going to help this out. We're going to let him back. It's a 4-inch dog bone and green pumpkin. There's one. He walked off with it. Oh, that's a better one. It came up like a better one. He's not as good as I thought it was. Once again, about the same size as the last one. Oh man. Just swallowed that thing. Must have got it as soon as it went in. done. Cast it beyond the bridge, which is the structure. Let that float back right into their strike. Right there. This is about as fun as it gets. Right in the roof of the mouth, going nowhere. Little fish, but this is what makes it fun, catching numbers like this. Gatsu hook is not coming out of that thing. So it's a little guy, but catching. That's what counts, right? Catch him. So I'm going to throw a zoom horny toad here for a little bit. And get up around the structure here. And the first hard turn after you come out of the canal that goes to the spillway. So I like to throw that horny toad up near the wood and bring it off. There's a little bit of grass there. And just run it straight back. I'll just work this point real quick just to see if it's going to be productive, otherwise we're going to head right on into the canal. Alright, well, that's it for today. The weather's kind of driving us off a little bit, so it's going to be getting ready to get lightning and thunder and rain quite a bit over here. So, getting ready to pack it in, and it's a good day of fishing, even though it's only a couple hours. So. That right there is what we're getting ready to have come up. So, time to pack her in and head home. See ya.